how do you go viral on Instagram without the shitty, bullshit, clickbaity type tactics that you see quite a lot of the gurus doing? Well, and obviously in this video, that's what I'm going to cover. If you're new here, my name's Harry. I've made $2 million with my coaching business. 1.5 million was the bro scaling way. That is with sales calls, with a big team, with a lot of stress and complexity. And most recent 500,000 has been with no sales calls, all DM selling, all inbound leads, so no outbound, no cold messaging. Much more peaceful, much more enjoyable. But anyway, let's get into the video. So you should know Alex Hormozi. If you don't know him, you must be living under a rock. But the thing is Alex Hormozi went viral, not necessarily because he's a good marketer. You know, there are 5 reasons why someone like Alex Hormozi was able to go viral without doing anything crazy in terms of marketing. And that's basically what I want to break down. So number one with Hormozi is he has done shit. That's what he talks about, right? And so rule number 1 is, what have you done that someone else has not done? And so for Hormozi, you know, he is off the back of building a $100 million business or making $100 million in his businesses, wherever it is he says, that's something that not many people at all can say they've done, right? So simply being able to say that in his videos, in his introduction, is why he's able to go viral. Again, it's exactly the same why I introduced this video in saying, hey, this is what I've done, because that's what gets your attention, is when you've done something that most people haven't been able to do. So that's number 1. The second one is personality, right? So personality is quite a big one, and what that is, you know, are you someone who, I'm with a dog, don't think see him or not. But personality is, you know, are you someone who, you know, maybe you like humor, maybe you like dancing, maybe you like singing, maybe you like drawing, you like building things. You know, it's what is it about you as a person that makes you unique? And if you're not sure what the answer to that is, ask people, you know, ask family and friends, see what they say, you know, and maybe they'll give you insights on yourself that perhaps you didn't even realize, right, to some degree. You know, there's this guy, it's Josh Terry Plays, maybe what the username is. You'll know him if you saw him. And his personality is like very blunt, very boring, straight talking, no personality in some sense whatsoever. And it works, you know, and he goes massively viral all the time. And that's the absolute opposite of what most people say you have to do to go viral. So he's a good example of that. Another one you want to consider, so the third one, is what can you do that other people are not willing to do? So, for example, there is, I can't remember this guy's name, but at the moment, at the time of recording, there's a big lawsuit going on between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, right? I don't know the whole details of it, but there's a massive lawsuit going on. It keeps coming up on my TikTok. And there's this creator in the US, and he is documenting that lawsuit, and he's kind of giving his opinion and sort of talking through it. And what he's doing, that no one else is doing, is he is going through the entire lawsuit and breaking it down and taking the time to do that, and then sort of talk about it. You know, and so he starts his videos with, you know, hey, with the, you know, the pages in his hand, you know, I've just spent 40 hours, you know, going through this lawsuit so you don't have to, you know, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know, you know, about the Blake versus Justin kind of situation. It's a great example. You know, who else is willing to do 40 hours of research, 40 hours of reading on something to then make a video on it? And again, the reality is not many people whatsoever are willing to do that. So you can obviously have a think about your niche, your industry. Is there anything in particular that you can do that other people aren't willing to do? And it could be you're doing a challenge, you know, it's like in the fitness industry, it's 75 hard could be an example. You know, anything extreme that people actively choose not to do because it takes time, it takes money, it takes energy, whatever it might be. You do those things and you document it, and that alone, again, is a chance that you can go viral. The next one, number 4, is about experiences. So is there an experience you've had in your life that can be both positive or negative that you can talk about, right? And so I saw a creator pop up the other day. Again, the post had gone massively viral. And he started a video, a really sad video. He started a video with, 8 years ago today, I lost my girlfriend to cancer. And straight away, obviously, that alone is, really tough to hear, and it's a really emotional story. And as much as it is common, it's, unless you've had someone in your family, like myself, we've lost people to cancer, but unless you've had that happen, as like a very close relative, a very close family member, it's an experience that maybe not many people understand until it actually happens. But people know it's bad, people know the implications of it, but you don't experience it until suddenly you do. And it's one of those things where if there's an experience you've had, and it can be negative, it can be positive, that can be the thing that separates you, that can be the thing that helps you stand out from the crowd, and that helps you go viral. But the experience can't be anything boring. It can't just be a regular day-by-day experience. Well, in some sense it can, but the experience itself needs to have an emotional charge to it. There has to be an underlying story, an underlying lesson perhaps you've learnt from it. When you kind of tie that all together, again, that's what creates the interest, that's what creates the curiosity, and the virality. So that's number 4. The fifth, the final one, is your job, right? So do you have a job that is different and that no one else has, right? And so I'll give you 2 examples. There's a video I see on TikTok again, always on TikTok, and the hook was something like, I'm the highest paid electrician in the world and I only work 2 days a year. So the hook's great, right? But then you find out in the video that the person's job is that they changed the light bulb at the very top of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, right? And it's just insane, so straight away it's like, that's a very unique job. It's a very unique, job that person has. No one else in the world has that job. Like, that's the only person who has that job. Now, obviously, it doesn't have to be that extreme that you are the only person in the world who has a particular job. But what it is you do, whether it's a job, what it is you teach, who it is you serve, the type of people you help. If part of that is unique, again, you can leverage that. One more quick example before we finish. I've got a client, his name's Toby. He's probably watching this video. He is a pilot, but he's a private pilot, for millionaires and billionaires. So all he has to do is just make content that says, hey, I'm a private pilot for millionaires and billionaires, and that's it. So that's the hook. That is the virality sorted, because his job is very unique compared to other people. So that's it. That's 5 tips for you today. Hopefully that was useful. Do try to avoid the clickbaity bullshit sort of guru tactics that you'll see out there. You don't have to over edit, you don't have to do all of these crazy tactics. Just follow one of the 5 tactics I've mentioned here today, and no matter who you are, how you want to create content, you can go viral. So hopefully that was useful, and I'll see you in the next video.